think I figured out a way to explain this whole like abortion thing to conservatives or Republicans or Trump supporters um, that are like pro-life or anti-abortion. So when we bring up and when I say we, I mean like people who um, debate, or bring up contrasting opinions against Trump. Not that I personally am against Trump, but it's like no matter how good of a person you be in debate or whatever, you still need to talk about your points and have counterpoints and all that. Um, but I think a lot of pro-lifers, they are speaking on behalf of other people, and they have no problem doing it. No problem being like, hey, I morally don't agree with you killing your baby, because they believe that that's what they're doing in abortion. They're killing a baby. And of course, saying that, you're like, oh, I'm against that. Obviously, I'm against that. And there's a lot of, science and rhetoric that would suggest that, you know, fetus and preterm and all that stuff, is debatable, whether it's, the same value of human life versus that. That's not what I'm talking about. The main point of all this is it's not your decision. Like, even based on your belief, like if it's your belief that people shouldn't do this, it's not your power to make those people do it, if that makes sense. It's just your belief in it, meaning that your own sovereignty, your own personal thing doesn't do that. And that's where the line should be done. You should not speak for other people. In the same sense that when Democrats or liberals or whoever bring up Trump sleeping with multiple people, having affairs, cheating on his wife with porn stars, whatever, right? You will be the first people to tell us that it's none of our business, right? That, like, we don't know the situation. Family dynamics are different. Everyone's different. Everyone, you don't know. You're not there. So you shouldn't speak on behalf. You're saying that we shouldn't speak on behalf of Trump because, we're not in that situation. Well, that's the same thing. Like, that's the same thing that everyone else is trying to say about abortion. It's not you. It's not your life. It's not your situation. This is nothing to do with you. Not a single thing. And in the same respect that you give Trump or anyone else that you're defending on, well, we don't know, that's his life, like, that's none of our business. That's none of our business, right? It's none of your business. All right? Your business is your faith. Your business is your belief. Your business is your family. Your business is yours. If it ain't yours, it's not your business. And you all know this. You all know this on some degree. I don't give a fuck if you're Democrat, if you're Republican. I don't care. You all understand that. You all understand that fundamental aspect of some things just aren't your business and aren't for you to speak about. I don't understand really what is so hard to understand about that. That is something that in these past few months of all this political nonsense that I just don't seem to grasp. Because everyone, like, you go online and you talk about your opinion or whatever, everyone eventually will say, like, well, that's none of your business. Like, let me post my shit. Let me get off my comment thread. I'm trying to post my opinion. How dare you come here and tell me anything different? Mind your business. Mind your business. But yet, if a woman has a situation You guys are the first people to be like, well, she shouldn't do that because I believe that, my God told me not to. It's not your business. It's none of our business. I think what the problem is that us as taxpayers, I guess people who really care about this shit are like, I don't want to pay money for someone else to do something that I don't morally agree with. And that's understandable. See, now I understand it, you know? Because I'm a vegan, okay? I have to pay tax dollars on animal agricultural things, okay? Subsidies and shit that make your McDonald's burgers cheap and all that stuff that I do not even agree with and that I don't even pay for myself. But yet, part of my tax dollars and shit go to some level of that being a possibility. I don't like it either. I don't. I get it. I don't want to help fund my version of Satan. You don't want to fund your version of Satan. I get that. I do. But here's the thing. If you're going to play on the playground with everyone else, then you're going to have to sacrifice a little bit of your own moral fiber. And I think a lot of people don't want to do that. But a lot of people want to play. A lot of people want to play the game. A lot of people want to go to the park and play on the monkey bars. And if they have to follow rules to get to the monkey bars that they don't want to follow, then they can't play on the monkey bars. And you got to go in the woods, off the grid, make your own monkey bars, right? We're all in this together. And some of us have to take certain sacrifices, despite what we believe in, for the betterment of the playground, for the betterment of everyone else around us. I may not agree with whatever it is that you agree with. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't have the right to have that. I think the most patriotic thing that you can do in this country, because patriotism is, based off of the country, the wherever you are, and a lot of, patriotism can be displayed differently. But I think the most patriotic thing you can do as an American citizen is be what you want to be. Be who you are, right? Don't let other people tell you what to do and how to do it, right? That's like the whole thing. That's why we came here, because we were like, I don't like what Europe or whoever the fuck is doing, what they're doing, taxes, religion, whatever it is. We didn't like it. So we came over here and fucked up someone else that was living here already. And we're like, hey, well, it's better than what we were dealing with. We don't like being told what to do. None of us do. And yet here we are. The first people to stand up and tell people what to do. And I had to learn this the very hard way. As I mentioned before, I'm a vegan. Used to be a very hardcore animal rights activist. And I still uphold a lot of those ideals. But I'm a lot more gentle about it these days. Because it doesn't matter what you do. Ultimately, it really doesn't matter. To me, it doesn't matter. What matters to me is what I do. What I do for my children. What I do for my family. What I do for my experience, my consciousness. Right? It's not my right to tell you what to do. I don't know you. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you've been through. And even if I did know what you've been through, it's not for me to judge on what you did and how you did it. So I think that just like everyone gives someone a bias on minding our business, maybe just take a little bit of that and apply it to the woman who's not ready to give birth. Well, maybe she shouldn't have had sex. What? Like, Who the fuck? Majority of people statistically do not have sex to procreate. And that's been a thing for a very long time. The majority of people. Yes, well, there's still a risk. There's still a risk. Well, it, whatever. There's all situations. There's all types of situations. But again, it doesn't even matter. It really doesn't matter because it's not you. It's not you. What are you gonna be, Superman? You gonna be fucking Superman for all these babies? Like, oh, I gotta save all the babies. Dude, mind your business. When your daughter is in a situation, cross that bridge. But don't burn all the bridges for everyone else because of what you believe. And that's really my main point. I understand you don't want to pay tax dollars to other shit. Well, then go to fucking the woods. Go somewhere else. Unfortunately, you can't leave America because everywhere is fucking owned and you're going to pay taxes on something that's going to something you don't agree with. Mind your business. That's it.
My day.
Yep.